Good morning, everybody. We're going to have a very nice show today for Osteo Fitness. We're going to be showing different levels of performance and ability. So please pay attention to different points that we will indicate what's being featured and what's being strengthened, what's being stretched, because we have different approaches to some of these exercises. And I want to make this program as applicable to as broad an audience as I can. All right. So the first thing to do is introduce our models, right? Want to take a step forward? This is Terry.
Hi, everybody.
See, they're all smiling so far. Okay, and a little wave there. This is Anne with an E, and Terry
Hi,
with a
everybody.
K. Yes. We do have Cookie here. Hello. And then we have Kathy with her ball. All right. And at the end, I'll be bringing in Gabrielle to give you some technical information. All right, why don't we get started? I'll just give a note on osteoporosis. It recently has been declared by the World Health Organization to be a life-threatening condition. So I don't want to scare people, but I have to present the reality of it. People die from a fractured hip that's osteoporotic, more than a regular fracture. So we have to be in this, not only to build up our bone, but to absolutely open up great avenues for better aging, regardless of having osteoporosis or not. I'd also like to say that we do have specific spots that we feature in this program. I'm blocking you, Terry. A lot of these exercises have been designed to address osteoporotic sites like total spine. Remember your bone scan, lumbar spine, total hip, and within it, the neck of the femur. Somehow they've eliminated some of the readings. So most of the reports now are just lumbar spine and neck of the femur, which are lower body, lower vertebra. But the older scans also included this. So you may have a variety of spots, a variety of T-scores on your program, but I really want you to know the bigger numbers are the ones that you need to address. I also will talk about the different aspects of fractures so that we can prevent a fracture, so that we can retrieve a fracture. And all of these things will be indicated as we go along. And we will be switching some of the models. So we're going to start off with the most important thing is posture. So we do have Anne, you can bring your chair up, please. Anne is going to show us the use of the lumbar ball. It's semi-deflated. Now, it looks like a mask in an airplane, is it? The oxygen mask? Sort of, right?
A little bit.
Where is that now?
It's in my small
Uh,
bag.
Okay, so this is her lumbar spine. She brings her spine up. And may I touch her back?
Yes.
So this upper back comes right into contact with the chair. She's opened up her front line, her chest, her lungs, and she's developing the curve in the spine. Cookie, take your pointer and show us the lumbar curve on the chart behind you. Perfect. It's a lovely little tail, isn't it? It's not a straight line like the poker. So that curve, a lot of people think, oh, a military stance is much better, and they suck out all the curves. No, you have to have curves for buoyancy, for transmitting impact. That happens when you jump, and then the curves help slow down the impact to your brain. Okay? And are you comfortable?
Yes.
So Anne is getting the curve defined by the lumbar ball. We sell them here. And she also, if she moved a little bit, she could get a little massage. She had a tight back. All right. Well, thank you, Anne. We have another version of posture that will be something with the pole. This or a broom or an umbrella. An umbrella. We love umbrellas.
Hold it in your elbows
And she's walking with it.
and keep it stretched.
So I want Carrie to come up now, demonstrate the different hip. But I want you to focus and mention placement of weight through the heel.
So pretend I have the pole, right? You can tuck your elbows in. Let me walk back a little bit so you can see my feet. So your knees are soft, elbows tucked, belly button's pulled in. You're tipping over at the hip. So your primary mover is your hip, your right in here, the hip crease, you tip over, you can even put your pinky fingers in here. You
Ouch.
close on the pinky finger and then you open it back up. So belly button to the floor. Belly button faces. forward.
Good back bend.
This is a no-no.
And here it is too, exemplified. There's a lot of
Yes.
people that bend in their spine, in their vertebra. Show us the vertebral level that we're talking about, Cookie. It's up on the lumbar spine. With your pole.
Where do you want
Anywhere but there, no. Further down, mid
Oh,
chin,
yeah.
there. So
Oh,
that's the
there.
point where people bend over, and that's what Carrie just
Right.
did. It looks terrible, Carrie.
Yes.
Stop
it's
that.
Not very
No,
attractive.
no. We want to say hi to you. So that's what we do. So we talk about dipping in the hip, and Carrie, what are some of the actions that we do when we have to dip in the hip?
Could be getting something out of the oven
Okay,
or the dryer.
dryer. I know you put one foot back for this bend of the hip. You do need that for the evening floors. Okay. So you have to drill this into your brain and muscles so that when you bend to pick something up quickly, that you don't go into the thoracic area, that you go into the hip area,
Mhm.
all right? And that takes training. Over and over again. Kathy, what are you hiding from us?
I'm not.
We call this the play ball. The play ball is about a 17 centimeter ball. Would you throw it down, please? Back up the truck and do one arm at a time. One arm at a time, because some people are tight, and if they throw their body out, they'll hurt themselves. Are you reaching the wall? Okay, all right. Okay, put the ball down. So we've got the ball, we've got the pole, the umbrella. So could you get your formation, please? The 1 and the 3, and we'll do the da-da-da-da-da-da. Formation means.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
No. Okay, all right. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. She's got it, I know. Okay, what I want you to do now, what we're doing is retrieving a fall. This is a drill for fall retrieval. What about taking it into the front, side, back? So I'd like Terry to come up front for this one, okay? You switch places with Carrie. And you're gonna do the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da with the front, side, back. Come forward. Terry, I beg your pardon?
Front, side, back. Front, side, back.
Front, side, back. Okay, now switch your leading leg, please.
Front, side.
And ta-da! No, it has to go into a squat, okay? Okay. Well done. So Kathy, I want you to get in, all right? I want you to get beside Terry, all right? Go beside Terry. We're gonna do this one more time, and I want you to do it more, so it's a little cardio this time, okay? The girls are. You got it. Ta-da! Squat. There. All right, very nice. So that's the fall retrieval drill that we do. The next one
Is
is
it-
fall prevention.
Is it front, side, back?
Yes, it was front, side, back.
Okay.
You're not trying to write this down, are you? Just rewind it, okay? What I'd like you to do now is fall prevention, which is balance, okay? Balance is one of our major things for fall prevention. Carry up, because I want you to do the extended neck work, a little more than what we normally do. So what are those things hanging off your shirt? Are they?
These are my strings.
I thought you were no strings attached.
Not today.
Not today. Oh my gosh, this is going to be tough. Okay, so this is a fall prevention drill. It's going to be balanced. We're going to do tandem, and we're going to be doing the variations, which means the head left and right. We're going to be doing eyes closed and then eyes open.
So my right heel is gonna go to my left big toe. I know you can't see my feet, but picture that, right? Lined up, you're on your tightrope. If that's too challenging, you're going to open that up a bit. You're gonna step that right foot over a little bit more. Therefore, your base is a little bit wider. Okay, so you choose where you're most comfortable. You're gonna then extend your arms out to the sides. Shoulders back, you're gonna shift your weight back into your heels. From here, you're gonna close your eyes and you're just going to hang out there. When you feel yourself starting to wobble, shift that weight back into your heels. Drop the shoulders. Belly button, pull it in again. Slowly turn your head to the right. Take your time with that. Make sure you're breathing, no holding your breath. Slowly coming back through center. And bring it to the other side. Back through center. And open your eyes.
We don't want to rush through this because rush can encourage a fall. Once you rush, you lose your focus. So develop the patience, be happy that we go very slowly through these preliminary stages.
And then left one would come on the front. Eyes closed. And let's look to the left first. Shift that weight back, turning your head towards the left. As if you were going to look over your left shoulder. And slowly come through center. And go the other way.
When your eyes are closed, the only attachment you've got to upright balance is your heel. You go straight from your eyeballs to your heel when you close your eyes. Very nice. All right, now let's do twirly bird. I'd like you all to face the trains for the twirly bird. And I want Carrie to do her lift, and I want somebody else like Terry. I want you to do a lift of the back leg, and I want Anne and Cookie and Kathy to do the kickstand. All right.
The right leg is out in front. Everybody starts in a kickstand. Both toes come back. Soften your knees. You're going to tip at your hip. So this is our tip at the hip that we practiced at the beginning of class. You're then going to extend your arms out to the sides. From there, you can keep your kickstand, or you're going to lift that back leg up. Thinking about your glute back of your leg. Belly button's pulled in. You can hold it there, or when you're ready, you can look over a shoulder. That makes it a bit more challenging. Of course, taking your time. Coming through center. And going the other way. Hi. Back through center and standing up.
Changing legs now. I want Cookie and Kathy to lift your leg up the back off the floor as high as you can. And Terry, you go into kickstand.
Once you get to where you're going to be, where you're going to be standing, you're going to slowly look over our shoulder again. Come through center. And other way. And stand on up.
Very nice, very nice. The next thing that is helpful for fall prevention, that was balance, is strengthening, but we're going to pull that out and do it as a big section later on. The third thing for balance development in fall prevention is proprioception. So could you tell us what that means, Cookie?
Proprioception. It's knowing where your body is in space.
Without,
Looking.
that's right.
Being able to
All right.
navigate.
So that's important to know because you could be out hiking and the lights could go out. It could be dark or the trees occlude the light. It could be that, your hair's in the way, you know, so. There's a lot of reasons why we lose our vision, or maybe your eyes aren't correct, maybe they don't have enough prescription in the lens, so who knows? But I hate to say just rely on your eyes all the time. You can't count on them, all right? It's good to have a backup system to know where you are in space. Like, can you parallel park? Like, can you put an earring on without looking at the hole? That's all proprioception. And if you were a cat, I would just say grow your whiskers, because that's how they can tell whether if they're safe or not. So we don't have any whiskers. That's too bad. So what I'd like to do is the walking backwards. What we're going to do is Carrie, stay there, and the other 4 models line up behind Terry, facing the trains again, and you're going to start walking in a loop. So Carrie's going to start walking backwards to the end of our camera span. No, I do a rectangle and come back to where Terry is.
Over. I'll go this
Follow
way.
her. Walking backwards there. In front of the camera, Terry. That's your marker, the muscular system chart. Does this work at home?
Yes.
You found a place to work at home? Okay, very nice. All right, so those are 3 things that will help prevent a fall. We've done retrieval. Now we're going to go into foot training, which we already did. We've done that. Let's just do a review of that because it builds our energy up. Somebody asked a question about this. What was your question on this?
Front, side, back, back.
Oh, she wanted the order of it?
Front, side, back, back.
Can you say it faster? Do you want to change the order? Back. Well, go, change the order.
Back, side, front, back, side, front.
So
Side,
she's
side,
doing
side, side.
doubles. This is all
All
the,
in place.
yeah, okay, all right. You have a stop button? Yeah, all right, very nice. Let's have some hydration. Kathy, would you give us a note on hydration, please? To the camera.
If you, especially when it's hot or if you're perspiring, just water is good, but having a little bit of electrolytes is good. I tend to put in orange juice. I've 3/4 water, the rest orange juice. If you pickle juice, there's something called Noon, N-U-N. Yeah. Anything that has some electrolytes to keep your balance.
Plus, you're getting a little natural sugar and that's okay. All right, and plus it makes it taste better, right? And don't you put something in your water once in a while?
Yeah, fruit juice.
And like great pink or white?
I think it's usually pink.
Okay, grapefruit juice. And are you still on water, Cookie?
I use water or smart water sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Working out.
But your specialty is a smoothie. So while we're on to liquids, why don't you just tell us about your smoothie? Because it's worth knowing about.
I usually use a milk substitute. Milk substitute like almond milk or coconut milk, or macadamia milk, and then I add protein powder or collagen powder. Any fruit I have, banana, frozen cherries, frozen whatever. And then I add cacao with no sugar. And if I have fresh herbs, I add mint from the garden when I have it. And what else? I add a prune every day.
That's the key thing. I was wondering when she was going to get to it. Spell it out. P.
P-R-U-N-E.
We have several women who create smoothies and they put prunes in them. Prunes have a great history of health, so
And then I put in spices like cinnamon and turmeric and
anti-inflammatories.
yes.
I think we should clap that smoothie. All right, that was good. But see, there's a lot of digestion that goes on, so you wouldn't want to bring that to class. You'd have to sit out to digest. Okay, you get a cramp. All right. So I think we're ready. Who's ready to strengthen? Yeah. Before we start the strengthening, I'm going to give you the modification right now for people who have bad knees. Line up, please. Carry in the front. We're going to do the isometrics for the quadriceps and the hamstrings. This will be your go-to if the lunges and the squats bother your KNEES. Okay, tighten. Count it out, Carrie.
You want to think about pulling your thighs, your quadriceps away from your kneecaps. Squeeze. So if you went like this, nice and solid, nice and firm, you count to 10. That was probably about 10, and then you release.
Oh, come on, do a real 10 for them.
Go.
The-
9, 10. Again,
One more.
9, 10, and release. Then your hamstring, feet are a little bit wider than hip width. You're gonna
And
come
wait a
down
minute.
halfway.
And you tell us where the hamstrings are.
Hamstrings are in back.
Yes.
Long muscles from the knee to the.
You're gonna bend those knees. So you're not coming down into a full low squat.
Thank
About
you.
halfway.
Nice. Nice, nice.
10, stand on up.
And we'll do
Yeah.
one more. So we're balancing out the quadriceps and the hamstrings.
9 and up.
So that's that. The rest of the strengthening is going to be done with weights. So Terry, would you come up and show us the 5-pounder? What have you got there? Yeah. Has everybody got their weights now? Get your hand weights. What do you want to use today, Carrie? Is that your pile? No. We need our hand weights and a leg cup. So just show us the hand weights. These are the hand weights, and they come in 1, 2, 3, 5. They come in all, degrees of progression. But this seems to be a workable weight. And I also would want to point out, Terry, bring the heavy ones over. So everybody basically will probably grow into using 2 sets of weights. Put your shoulders down. Thank you. Did anybody see that? Carrie's- Her shoulders went up. Okay. So this is important to know that for one muscle set, we have a giant muscle set to the left of our vertebra. And would you just turn around and point to the back of our person there? And the left hand, just take the left hand side because they're clear of his spine and run on the muscle one. There, and now just run your fingers down all the muscles that we strengthened on the vertebra. We separate, yes, but we do them separately. Now, the one on the right is showing all the layers. The one on the left is just showing the superficial muscles. So just look at, it goes from the neck all the way down to below your ribs. So we're going to get all of those and the wrist, but the muscle set that we're looking at right now, compared with the baby triceps or the baby biceps is huge. So that's why we have to have a heavier weight when we come to that set, which is called back row. All right. But everybody starts off with a moderate set. All right. Cuffs are on the right leg. Awesome. So what I'd like to do though, because we do multitask in a professional class, today I just want to isolate some of the muscles. All right. We're not going to run you through the whole business, because you'll get that when you register. But I'm paying attention to the form and the muscles and how you approach your osteoporosis. So what would you like to start with, Carrie? All right, so she's picked a hard one. That's okay. She's good. No, she's good. She just picked a hard one. Okay. Then you better teach it. All right, so let's have 3, and you come up beside Carrie and the 3 behind. Make sure you can see yourself, please. And give yourself space at the back.
So I'll stand sideways, just.
She'll be sideways and you'll be frontwards.
So your right leg is the leg that's moving. You're gonna bring your knee up. You're gonna step it back. You're gonna bend both knees. Back knee drops towards the floor. You're gonna pause. You're gonna pull forward from the front heel. You're gonna drive that right knee up and tap it down. So again, bring the knee up, step it back, bend both knees,
I'd say do 4.
pause, and then come on up. So your feet are about hip width for this, okay? You are not on your tightrope, where you're not standing in tandem for the back lunge. The wider the base, the more balanced you will be. And up. One more time. Up, step back. And done.
Okay, what I'd like you to do now is you have to do the companion pieces front and side.
Front lunge, same leg. Knee comes up, step it out in front, bend the knees, back knee drops to the floor, push out of that front knee, bring that knee, front foot, bring the knee up, tap it down, do it again. push. 2 more. Last one,
Very nice.
and then we go to the side.
It's very interesting that nobody has their camera on. I'm just reading names. Why don't you put your cameras on? And then I can see, but thank you, Helen, but you're the only one. All right.
Okay, now we're gonna step on to the side. So right leg, cuff leg, up, step it out, bend the right knee, left knee straight. Push out of that right heel, drive the knee up. Do it again. Up, step it out. 2 more.
See, what I was wondering was, are you out there doing it or just watching it while you eat your breakfast?
Done.
I need to know that you're doing this. It's the only way to learn it. You can't look and learn it. You have to do it and learn it. All right, everybody. Let's go to an upper body beach ball with a squat.
Your beach ball. Your elbows are bent, they remain bent. You're coming up through the shoulder. Do not straighten those elbows and come down. So pretend you have a ball in between your arms. The ball becomes inflated and deflated. So the ball is pushing your arms up to the ceiling.
That's
2
right.
more. You're exhaling to come up using your breath. Inhaling to lower 1 more time. And down, and then you come back up.
Okay, everybody. I'd like to point out that when you're coming up from being down, inhale so that you don't get dizzy. Kathy, I'd like you to come up beside Carrie now. We're going to do the tricep extensions, all right, below the shoulder. So Carrie will be sideways. You want to face Carrie?
Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
You're gonna do a little tip at the hip. You bring the elbows up there, glued to your rib cage. They do not move. Full extension and bend. Full extension and bend. So you're thinking about the muscles between your shoulder and your elbows back of the arm.
Nice, Jane. So what happens, Carrie, if you turn your palm to the ceiling?
It becomes more fun.
That's what we like, more fun. Okay, so
You
instruct
can
that.
do a rotation. The rotation is from your elbow, and your palm's gonna go up towards that ceiling. Makes it a little more challenging. 2 more. Time. And then slowly come back up.
That was excellent. I hope you felt it. We have one lady on screen here, which is I'm thankful for you, Helen. Oh, and Jane just popped in. So now I'd like you to do the just 1 or 2 of the overhead triceps, but we have to test first.
Overhead triceps.
Just a couple, yeah.
All right. So I like to do, I'm gonna come down here so you can see me, please. If I have 2 weights, I like to put them together. And then you bend and extend. If 2 weights are too much, you can sometimes just hold on this way. You want to think about keeping those elbows close to your head.
Nice point. Because for the next exercise, we have to keep our elbows close, but not to our head. Okay, we're about to embark in what exercise, Kathy?
Laundry,
No, but we could do it.
chicken.
Chicken wings.
Oh,
Chicken wings. Let's get that one over with. Okay, it's not so popular. So what I'd like Cookie to come up front, switch places with Carrie. And I'd like you to work together.
okay. All right.
Chicken wings.
So I'm gonna go wide just so you can see my arms, okay? Blocking Terry, sorry, Terry. All right, so you're pushing up towards the ceiling, but when you're doing that, you're pushing your forearms into one another. And then as you come down, you're gonna separate the arms. You're gonna open, you're gonna lead with the elbow. So again, push those forearms together, push, push, push.
Hold that.
Come down slow. 2 more. Push, thinking about a magnet perhaps.
When most people, the magnet, yes, when most people start this, they can't get their elbows together. And this happens over time.
And done.
Very nice. All right. Kathy?
Hydration.
How many ounces should we drink during this class? Terry?
At least 8.
Who said at least 8?
Nancy,
Okay, I'll tell you what the physiology books say is 8 ounces, haha, every 15 minutes, ha ha. So what's 8 times 4? It's 32. And in a strengthening class, all these studies were done on strengthening only. And we could drop it down. I'd say 16 would be good, but definitely not 8. Okay, Nancy? The other thing with hydration is we don't feel thirsty, usually because of it's an aging thing. So you have to drink according to a plan. You just have to plan your water bottles out. You have to have them out. You have to know that by noon hour, you should have so much. And that by the end of the day, if you don't want to have nocturnal bathroom drips, then have all of your water taken in earlier in the day. But it takes almost 24 hours to hydrate. So if you're going to be running the marathon, say, Cookie, no, not this year? No.
Next year.
Oh, okay.
Triathlon, the Ironman.
Oh, or swimming Walden Pond. Yeah, then you would start hydration with your carbs the night before. So get in touch with us if you sign up, okay? Terry, walks in the woods, you doing those in the morning?
Sometimes, it's not too cold. I do them late. I do it later in the day sometimes.
Okay, so what I want you to demonstrate right now is this thing that builds bone, because walking doesn't. If you want to have a little moment here, and feel sad about walking, you can have it now. But we can turn walking into osteogenic. So that is going to be demonstrated by Terry, because she walks over logs and everything in the woods.
So what, like walking on a lawn?
No, just because you like to walk, a lunge.
Oh,
Walk, do your regular walk. This is Terry going in for a walk. Lunge! Okay. The little birds are all going to talk to you. Lunge! So you want to do like 20 to 30 lunges on a walk, all right? Are you waiting for me?
no.
You can call a few lunges, Carrie.
Lunge,
This is
lunge
like,
again.
this is, oh yeah.
Lunge again. Yes, you can walk
Okay,
your
so that was
lunges.
good. You can walk your lunges sequentially, so that's how you'll make your walk a little more strengthy. Thank you. Did we applaud that? Now, if you want to do it on the log, yeah, you could. Okay, so let's do that back row that Anne was, she was demonstrating the muscles. This is where you go heavier. Some people put 2 of their lighter hand weights in one hand. Other people just go for a heavier weight. Kathy, you've gone to what? Now you started off at 2. So that's what we call integrative progression. We talk about adding extra weight every so many weeks. And Anne, what did you start with? And what are you at now?
For this,
So it builds up. But we've never said, just pick up 15 pounds, Anne. I don't care what you're using. You know, you don't do that. You don't go jumping into, just because she's doing 15, you don't have to do it. You go by what your previous weight level was, and we progress and we integrate it. So when she's going to go up to 20, how do we do that, Cookie? When Anne's going to go, what's a 20-pound weight? How do we integrate her? Well, we do it all in one set. She'll start off with her familiar ones, and then you'll do 2 or 3 at 20. And that's how you integrate. You're not going to just say, kiss that one goodbye, I'm going for 20. No. You have to keep it, and they work together so that the muscle doesn't get shocked and tear and cause a spasm and a cramp and keep you home for 6 weeks. All right, where were we? Back row, Carrie. The back row, could you stand in the center here, please? And I think what I'd like, I want Kathy and Cookie to face each other, and I'd like Anne and Terry to face each other.
So left hand has the weight.
Could you turn
weights,
around then so they can see you?
Yes.
Okay.
And my right leg that has a cup in the middle of that. And you have a couple of options here. So your knees are soft, you're gonna tip at your hip. You need the tip at the hip. You can keep your toes down if you want a little more challenge for progression. You're gonna lift that leg,
Who wants to lift their leg?
and then you're gonna row. You're gonna bring that left elbow up towards the ceiling. You're gonna come down nice and slow. You're keeping your elbow close to your body. And you're taking your time. You're exhaling as you pull up. Inhaling as you extend. No matter where you are, you're pulling your belly button in. And you're pulling your shoulder blades together.
That's the first time you've mentioned shoulder blades today, Carrie.
I know.
You forgot about them or you just don't like them anymore?
I like them.
Okay. She has a special shirt that shows off her shoulder blades. I
Yes.
don't know why she didn't wear it today. Yeah, because when you wear that, all you do is talk about shoulder blades. I know. So that wasn't bad.
More than done here. Typically, we're gonna go longer than this. Slowly stand up.
Now, Carrie had one leg up the whole time. So I want the rest of you to either go to kickstand or lift it a little higher. Even if it's a split second off the floor and back to kickstand, you're starting to develop your balance. They didn't have the leg up the back.
So now we have to do it again.
Yeah.
Hip on over.
Is this the other side?
No.
Oh, yeah, we do the other side now with one leg up. So the models need to turn around so we can see your arm, please. Terry, step back. You're gonna switch places with Ann. Ann, step back. So you're into, it's like do-si-do, your partner. So you're gonna go back beside Cookie there. You need to turn around, Terry, Kathy,
This way?
so we can see your working arm. Now I want the models to start what, Carrie?
Lifting their leg. Yes.
I want Carrie to be the bad guy. You tell him to lift their foot.
Okay, come on, let's do those glutes, ladies. Hamstrings. There we go. Even if you lifted just a couple of inches from the floor.
It's awesome. Oh, Cookie, get back into it. It was good. Awesome. It's coming up.
And done.
Bravo. See what a little encouragement can do? You got your leg off the floor. Kathy, call it.
Water break, hydration.
You know, you could call chocolate too, Kathy. Kathy's a chocolatier. She makes chocolate. How come you didn't mention chocolate today, Kathy?
Have chocolate. Have a good day.
Okay. She makes wonderful chocolate and we have some of her recipes. Okay. The next one is tricky. We're doing lower body. Everybody touch their quadriceps. Everybody touch the side of their hip. And everybody touch their hamstrings. And everybody touch their calves. All right, we didn't do the calves. Why don't we do that right now? Get it over with. We're going to do the strengthening, which is a slow lift up, 4 pumps at the top, and then a slow drop of 4 back to the floor. So we're going to have everybody standing sideways, facing the skeleton here. And you can be in the front, Carrie.
So you are probably gonna wanna have something to maybe hold on to. Depends on how your balance is. You're gonna come up, but you're gonna stay there. Then you're gonna pump up 4 times, so you're getting those heels nice and high. And then you're gonna come down nice and slow. So if you find that to be challenging, you can't balance, if you're tall enough, you can hold the ceiling like
Hold the
I am.
ceiling in.
1, 2,
Oh,
3, 4, come down slow. And you do wanna make sure you're balancing here, that you can take advantage of. Once you're up high, you stay up high. One more time. Belly button's in, shoulder blades are together, thinking about that upper back. And down slow.
okay, if we apply this exercise to osteoporosis, it means you're strengthening your ankle and you are developing a retrieval technique that you have more stability on the ground and in new terrain. What's another application of this exercise? Terry. And I said that. Stability, strengthening. Calves are the ankles. Blood, heart. This is the big thing that returns blood up. We should have had a heart in each foot. Somebody forgot. Got one here, goes everywhere, but we should have had a heart in each foot to pump it back up. But we don't. What we have instead is calf muscles. And if you lift your toe up, that's a contract, lift your heel up, that's a contraction that will pump up the blood through the veins because they're all intertwined, muscles and veins. So you squeeze the muscles, the veins get, and then it only does a little spurt. It can't, there's not enough strength to spurt the blood up to your heart. So it goes in little stages, like a little inch, and then there's a valve that shuts to hold it there. And then the next pump pushes open the valve, more blood, valve closes. Those valves you can see, if they lose their elasticity, they're called varicose veins, and you'll see them hanging out of people's calves. So they have very poor calf health. So you want that, all right. So that's another benefit of doing this. If you don't have osteoporosis, you want a better heart, right? So look at, do it. No reason not to do it. And where would you do this, Carrie, if they had a problem? Say they're at home.
Standing in line,
Mhm.
grocery store.
Yes,
Airport, pretty much everywhere.
so it's not obtrusive. Nobody's going to get upset or,
No.
no, okay, so let's do the stretch for it. Get your hand weight, put it down. We do the calf stretch right now because I tend to forget about them. Take it, Carrie.
So you're going to, I think, look at the feet behind me, you can't see mine, so I'm not. So you're gonna put the ball of your foot on the weight, right, the center of the weight, so your heel's on the floor. Both legs are together or lined up for the first stretch. You hold that, you should feel a nice stretch through the back of that leg, through your calf. And then you're gonna soften that knee, that right knee. And I like to step the other foot back. You don't have to, I like to. And that's a deeper stretch. And then switch sides. Other foot, up tall, shoulders back. Making sure that heel is on the floor, breathing. And then you soften that knee. And you can step the other foot back a little bit if you want to.
You could also use a big book like the Encyclopedia Britannica if you threw them out, buy new ones, okay? Because, or a big old-fashioned phone book, they're good. But there's a lot of people who instruct this stretch to be done off a stair, and I strongly advise against it because there's no control, and I've seen tendons tear, calf tears, terrible. So if you're going to be doing your stretch on the floor with the heel on the floor, that's your control. You have control that you can't overstretch that because an overstretch done quickly pulls the muscle right off the bone. So, all right, to the floor. We are going to be doing lower body. I want to have a couple of people standing because not everybody gets to the floor. We're going to be doing the hip, the neck of the femur, and the spine. So I'd like 3 mats out, please. Carrie on the floor, Terry on the floor, Cookie on the floor up front. And would you please bring
A chair.
I'd like a chair or something to stand on beside. So Anne, would you like to do it standing with Kathy right now? Have your mats ready because we'll switch around. So she's going to do the garden gate facing the camera, Kathy. Can you do the garden gate without? Oh, look at. I just want to make sure a little more so we can see Anne. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, you can see their legs, so that's good, as long as you can see your legs, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I don't need that, but I'll just lie down with it.
floor people, put your hands up. Okay, we're going to be doing the floor version. And then the standing people right here, put your hands up. This is going to be the same muscles, the same address, and the same function that we're doing on the floor, only it's done in the standing position, all right? So the first one is going to be circles. You like this one?
Christina?
No, not yet.
Oh, down, all the way down.
All the way down.
So you're all the way down, you're
No,
lying
yeah,
down.
now you look at me, standing circles. Don't look at them. Now it's standing circles. And you'll capture the 2 directions.
So you're circling from your hip, you're not doing anything with your knee, you're not doing anything with your ankle or your foot, the movement comes from right here.
Out to the side, it's a side circle.
Pull your belly button in and then go the other way. So I'm doing 10 each direction. Think about where the circle comes from.
Toes in for standing people.
2 more. 2, 1.
You might feel that if your hips are tight. Just drink more water. How's that? What I'd like you to do now is the 6 o'clock heel toe. This is for neck of the femur. We just did total hip. Now we're going to neck of the femur. Standing, it would be a toe and a heel touch in the front. Toe and a heel. That's it, Kathy. So it's all coming from the hip. And would you put your hand on the part of your hip that's moving, where you can feel it? A little lower. There. So it's coming from your hip. That's what we have to do, because a lot of people just move their ankle and they're not including their hip. So are you rolling around on the floor, Carrie, or what?
No.
Why not?
My hips are stacked, my core is engaged. You can always use your top hand. You can tent that right out in front.
That'll help.
That will help you. One more each way.
Did you mention the clock?
I did not. Done.
Cookie, tell us about the clock.
The clock is
Come up on your forearm for this.
The clock is at 6 o'clock when you're straight down. And if you bring your foot back, it's further back, like, let's see, 5 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
And your head is what?
Your head stays the
It's
same.
always at 12.
So if you bring it forward, it's earlier.
4 o'clock. Okay. So it's not, there's not so many choices when you're standing, all right? Take a breath, please. Now we're going to do Christina. This is going to be tough.
Oh.
Nobody's ever done the Christina until they do this class. So play by play, Carrie.
All right, so you're on your bottom forearm. You want to make sure your bottom rib cage is not slouching to the floor. Keep the ribs away from the floor. Belly in, lifting from here. Straight up.
Pause.
Down.
Now we need the instruction for the standing group. This would be the garden gate. Up, out, bring it in and down. The timing is perfect. Just hold it there. Now do the soccer kick where you're kicking with your inner ankle. So as the girls on the floor do a lift, at the count of 1, 2, how many do you want to do? 6 or 8?
6.
Are you done?
Let's do 2 more, hurry.
Thank you. Get the standing group in. So you've done your 8. Very nice. All right, take a breath, please. Now we could do a little detail. You want to do a knee rotation? This is deeper into the neck of the femur. All right, so Carrie will instruct that, but let me talk to the standing crew. You will go into your garden gate, but now do 3 circles at the top before you do your soccer kick. Okay, go Carrie.
So you're gonna bring the knee up from your hip. You're rotating that knee towards the floor. And then you come back up. Hip, right here, that's how you're getting that knee to the floor. Tap. And lift, belly buttons pulled in.
This is, everybody's so quiet now.
One more. And,
I guess they're enjoying it. Wait, how does that feel, Anne?
I really feel that.
Okay, I'm going to tell you why Anne really felt it, because normally she does it on the floor. She does not do this standing. She's doing it for today's demonstration. Thank you, Anne. But you're using different muscles.
Yeah.
One of the advantages to doing it standing, Kathy, is you're strengthening the standing leg. Okay, so it's a little different formation, but you're still getting the neck of the femur. But because you're using it differently, that's why you felt, because Anne doesn't feel this tired when she's on the floor. I'm telling you, she doesn't. So when you're, that applies to anybody who's starting an exercise program for the first time. You're going to feel, oh, I'm wiped out. Don't even listen to that. Drink water and carry on. Okay. So, should we do the other side or what? I don't know what time it is or anything.
it is 12:52. We've been going 50 minutes.
So we're going to do the other side. We should, right? So I'd like Cookie and Terry to stand up. Now I want to have Anne back to the floor where she's the happiest. And Kathy, you're happy on the floor too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to have 2 more Christinas and Just put it on top of her mat. Is your belly in, Carrie?
My
And then
belly
the-
is in and I'm ready to go.
Okay, I think we need a picture of the navel on my wall. It's the only thing in this class that's not on my wall when we talk about things. I'm sure Gabrielle could get us one. Are you ready? Let's run through the garden gate standing first. That's the plain and basic simple one. Now, when we go further into the 3 circles, do that now. We're not doing it now, but we'll need it later on. Higher. Now do the soccer kick from the circle. No, the garden circle. Bend it up. Let's go back to garden gate basics. Up, out, 3 circles. Now kick with your inner ankle.
Oh.
This is the one Anna hates. She's going to be so happy doing it on the floor. Terry, you okay back there? I want you to make sure that you're seen.
I can see her.
Go.
So circles first.
Both directions. Yep. It's a straight leg to the side. Standing people.
Two more. And then you're gonna go the other way, making sure the circle's coming from your hip. It's not coming from your knee or your ankle. Three more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. You can bend that bottom knee if you want, just get out of the way. Or toe heel on the floor, lift the leg, internal rotation, toes go to the floor, come on up, external rotation from that hip heel.
In the front, toe heel. Yep. Something new, Cookie. From the hip, eh, Terry?
From the hip. Leg is nice and straight.
Such a little movement, but you're working a joint that doesn't get used. And the neck of the femur rises to the occasion when people need a hip replacement for osteoarthritis and osteoporosis.
2 more.
It's a very tiny little joint, and our activities of daily life do not rotate it. That's why it sits in the corner all by itself and it rots away. Our jawbone, we talk a lot, we move it, we've got great jawbones. However, people who don't move their neck of the femur end up with big problems. So that's why we pay attention to it. Even though it's a small movement, it's doing a good job on a small joint. Go ahead.
Christy.
This is the best part when Carrie lets her ribs fall to the floor. Watch that. See, that's
No slouching.
no slouching.
All right, lift it over. No rotation yet. It comes straight up. You're not opening and closing. So if you put your top arm out here, the knee comes up to the hand, and long as well as the rest of the leg. 2 more. And then we're gonna add that rotation. Knee comes to the floor, so bring the leg up, knee to the floor, back to neutral.
Terry, who won the World Cup?
Argentina,
And are they still celebrating?
probably.
I think so. Yes, but they've got this down pat. They've got that bidding drum and they hit the ball with their inner ankle. Did you watch anybody? Did you see how they do it?
2 more.
You watch the coach?
I used to coach soccer.
You used to coach soccer?
Kids. Little kids.
Oh, I'm gonna work on that.
Don't ask me to do a header.
No, no headers. Carrie, now that will break the contraction, just sitting like that.
Like this.
If you get a fatigue in that outer hip muscle, just sitting up in Christina gets rid of it. Okay, we're gonna pick a stretch. Let's do quad. Want to do a pretzel? Pretzel with a hamstring. What I'd like to mention to everybody is for every exercise that we've done today, we have 10 more just like it, but we make selections in every class so that you don't get bored. The exercises change every single class, do they not, Helen?
Or I can do
No.
the.
Yes, they change.
You find that they change a lot?
They change on a regular basis, that's for sure. It makes it interesting.
So Helen says that the exercises change on a regular basis, and she finds it interesting. So this is where we look at socks. I think Terry's socks are who now today? Ruth Bader Ginsburg socks. These remain an inspiration for Terry. She wears them to the classes. And what are your socks today, Anne? Gray socks, neutral. Well, that's good. You can rely on them. What are your socks cooking? Can we see them? Okay, very colorful. And then we have Kathy here who's made some choices for her socks. What did you choose today?
Caribou and moose. They're from Alaska.
Oh, caribou and moose, yeah. Well, it reminds us of the winter, doesn't it? And do you ever wear socks, Carrie? No,
But you can't see mine.
but I wouldn't call it a sock.
They're Bombas socks.
Aren't they Peds?
Well, no, the heel comes up in the back. I don't like that. So they pull down. These have like a little lip. in the
Okay,
back.
so let's hear it for Bomba socks.
Bombas, yes.
I'm wearing Peds. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
And give yourself a little hug, elbows in. And then when you're getting up or getting down onto the floor.
Pay attention to how to get
You
up.
are never doing a sit up or a roll down. You're always in your roll to one side. And you're gonna come up into Christina
That was magic.
and you're done.
Well, let's have people getting up one at a time, starting with Anne in the back. You can stand up because we have to say goodbye to our wonderful audience. And then did you get up cooking? We'll have Kathy and Sherry in the front here. You center yourself so it's perfect. You want perfection. Is that a perfect lineup or what?
It would be like you just come next door and then come in and then, yes, can as long as.
Well, I wanna, first of all, have everybody pull out the models, it's great. And the audience is talking here, we're talking to you, Terry, Catherine.
So I was fluffing
You
the
got
other
mine.
one.
Okay, we'll all clap. You really did a great job. Did you like it? Did you learn something from it? Always. All right, so I also want to thank you for joining us. I wish I'd seen more of you on camera because my job is to coach you on camera. That's why I sit behind the machine over there. Nobody really, two people. So if you register, which I hope you'll do, you will get coaching done from your photo on the camera. But right now I want to bring Gabriella, my administrative assistant, and she's going to tell you about the registration and the length of this class.
Hi, my name's Gabrielle. So to register, you can just send me an email. I sent you an email with this link and you'll get the recorded one. So you should have my email address, but if you don't, it's gplainte@osteofitness.com. So that's GPLAINTE@osteofitness.com. If you send me an email, tell me what class you would like, I can get you in. We have class, Zoom at 11 and 4. We have recorded library of videos. And we also have a live class at 12:30 in Concord, but that has limited availability. And we have a class in Lexington also at 10 a.m.
Stop right there, just Carrie, go forward. I want you to know that Carrie is the model in Lexington when I do classes, a little more Carrie.
Yes, well, I don't wanna cut my head off.
I never get that, that's. But the Lexington classes are done with myself and Carrie. So we offer a big variety.
Yes, those are on Wednesdays and Fridays, and the other classes in Concord are Tuesdays and Thursdays. The videos you can have whenever you like. If you want to register for Lexington, you can still email me and I can send you to the right people. But if you want to register for Concord, you can send me an email. I'll send you some forms to fill out, payment information. I can process payment information. We take cards, checks, all that. And our class comes with, I don't know if Beverly mentioned it, but different perks. So if you do sign up for the class, you have a recorded class, you can watch at your convenience, and a self-care video. And we have a newsletter, we send out recipes called Bites with Bev, and we have email coaching, 20-minute consultation. We really do our best to bring you a complete program rather than this is not a class, this is a program. And if you have any administrative questions, feel free to send me an email, and any clinical questions, Beverly would be happy to help you. So,
It's all
thank
about-
you.
Ta-da! Bye, thank you, love. Thank you, love.
Thank you, bye.